Hey guys, today we're going to learn about dividing decimals. So first thing I want you to understand is the names of the numbers. So this number right here is called the divisor. This number right here is called the dividend. So this question right here might also look like 0.4 divided by 0.2. So this first number right here is always going to go inside this box right here, no matter what. So to start answering it, to make it easier to answer, we want to make this decimal a whole number. So to make this a whole number, we're going to move this decimal over here by multiplying 0.2 times 10. And we're also going to move this decimal over here because what you do to this side, you have to do to this side as well. So we're going to do 0.2 times 10 gives us 2. And 0.4 times 10 gives us 4 as a whole number. So this becomes 2 divided by 4. So we know that 2 goes into 4 2 times. So we're going to do 2. And 2 times 2 equals 4. 4 minus 4 equals 0. Once you get your ratio of 0 here, you know you're done. So this becomes your answer. This is also called a quotient. So you have a quotient of 2. Therefore, 0.2 divided by 0.4 equals 2. Now looking at number 2, we have 0.3 divided by 0.9. So we're going to do the same thing with our decimal by making 0.3 times 10 gives us a whole number of 3. And 0.9 times 10 gives us a whole number of 9. So 3 goes into 9 3 times, making it 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. And since we have a ratio of 0, we know that we are done. So our answer is 3. Number 3, we have 0.37 going into 5.18. So we want 37 to be our whole number. So I'm going to move the decimal over twice. And then this decimal over twice, which would be the same as 0.37 times 100 because we're moving it 2 spaces, and 5.18 times 100, which would then give us 37 into 518. So first thing you want to do to answer this is you want to start from your left. So can 37 go into 5? No, it cannot. Can 37 go into 51? Yes, it can. It can go in once, so make sure to put your answer right here where that your number stops. So we were putting 37 into 51, so we're going to stop and put our answer right here where the 1 is. If we did 37 into 518, we would put our answer right above the 8. So 37 goes into 51 one time, and so it went in one time, so only 37 of it went in. So then we're going to subtract 37 from 51, which gives us 14 left over. We're going to drop down our 8, so we now have 148. Can 37 go into 14? No, it cannot. Can 37 go into 148? Yes, it can. So let's see, I'm using a calculator, how many times 37 can go into 148. So 37 times 2 is 74, plus 37 is 111, plus 37 is 148. So I had to multiply it 4 times. So it went in, 37 went into 148 4 times. So I'm going to put my answer 4 right up here. And it went in evenly, so 148 was my answer. 148 minus 148 is 0, and because we have a ratio of 0, we know that we are done, so our answer is 14. Now we have 3.4 going into 8.5. So I want to move my decimal over 1. Move what we do to this side, we have to do to this side. So moving that one over 1, which gives us 30, well, let me do it over here. 34 into 85. All right, so 34 going into 85. We know that 34 does not go into 8, but it does go into 85. So 34 times 2 is 68. 34 times 3 is 102. So 102 surpasses 85. So we have to go back down to the 34 times 2, which is 68. So it goes in twice, and we got to 68. 85 minus 68 is 17. So we have 17 left over. And then we're not at 0 yet, so we have to keep going. So does 34 go into 17? No, it does not. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put a decimal and we're going to put a 0. We're going to drop that 0 down. And it's going to be 17.0, but we're going to treat it as if it's 170. So does 37 go into 170? Yes, it does. How many times does it go in? Let's see. 34 times, I'm just going to take a random guess, times 5 is 170. So perfect. So I'm going to put my 5 up here. I got a solid 170. 170 minus 170 is 0, so we know that we're done because our ratio is 0. So our answer is 25. All right, down here we have 1.5 going into 10.8. So I want to move my decimal over, which makes it 15 going into 108. 1.5 is equivalent, or 1.5 going into 10.8 is equivalent to 15 going into 108. So 15, can 15 go into 10? No, it cannot. Can 15 go into 108? Yes, it can. So let's see how many times it goes in. I'm going to do a random multiplication guessing game here. So 15 times, let's see, times 6 is 90. Let's try 15 times 7. That's 105. Okay, so I think that's as high as we're going to get. So 105. And we did it 7 times. So my 7 goes above my 8 because we were putting 15 into 108. So we subtract 105 from 108. We get 3 left over. We don't have, this isn't a 0 yet, so we have to keep going. So we're going to put a decimal and put a 0. We're going to drop it down, making this 30. 15 goes into 30 2 times. 15 times 2 is 30. 30 minus 30 is 0. We have a ratio of 0, so we know we're done. So our answer is 72. All right, 2 more. We've got 1.7 going into 9.01. So this is where it gets a little tricky. We're going to move our decimal over 1. What we do to this side, we have to do to this side, so we're only going to move this over 1 as well. So that gives us 17 going into 90.1. So 90.1. Does 17 go into 9? No, it can't. Can 17 go into 90? Yes, it can. So let's do 17 times 6 is 102. That's too much. We went past 90. 17 times 5 is 85. So that's just under 90. 85, and we did it 6 times. So 17 times 6 is 85. 90 minus 85 is 5. But we have to keep going because 5 is not 0 yet, so we're going to drop down our decimal, drop down our 1. We're going to move our decimal over, treat this like it's 51. 17 goes into 51 how many times? Let's see. 17 times 3 is 51. So we're going to put our 3 up here, our 51 down here. 51 minus 51 is 0. Ratio of 0 means we're done. Our answer is now 63. All right, last one. We've got 2.3 going into 9.66. So we're going to move our decimal once, making this 23 going into 96.6. So does 23 go into 9? No. Does 23 go into 96? It definitely does. How many times? Let's see. 23 times 6 is, whoa, that's way over. That's 138. So 23 times 4 is 92. Okay. 92. It went in, what did I say? 4. Okay. So 23 times 4 is 92. 96 minus 92 is 4. 23 can't go into 4, so we're going to drop down our decimal and our 6 and treat this as if it's 46. 23 goes into 46. 23 times 2 is 46. So it went in exactly 2 times, making it 46. 46 minus 46 is 0. Since we have a ratio of 0, we're done. Our answer is 42. Alrighty, thank you for watching.